Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you our morning routine while we're in quarantine. We are doing things a little bit different around here since we've been staying home and also homeschooling. So I thought it would make an interesting video. We'll just show you how our family of 5 gets organized in the morning and ready for the day. And it's also been ages since I posted a morning routine on my channel, so I also thought it was about time. But I hope you really enjoy it. I hope it gives you some breakfast ideas that you can also try. I'm going to show you how we get ready in the morning, also the cleaning tasks that I try to get done every morning, show you some skincare, a little bit of makeup, some toys, and also the beginning of homeschooling. So I hope you really enjoy it. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. You just have to click the little red button and I would love to have you as a viewer. But without further ado, let's get into my morning routine. So we tend to come downstairs when our youngest wakes up. He's 3 years old and he will wake up and then kind of wake up the whole household. So then we will make our way downstairs. And as you can see on the clock, it is about 7:25 in the morning. And I don't know what it is about quarantine, but my boys have been sleeping so much better since we've been staying home. Even though they're doing less, they're actually sleeping for longer. So I'm not sure exactly why that is. Maybe one of you could tell me why that is, but I'm not going to complain about it. But first thing, I'm going to sit Jackson at the breakfast bar and I'll normally get him a toy, maybe some magnets, or this morning I tried to give him a puzzle and he was so exhausted, you can see him yawning there, that he was like, "Mummy, I don't want the puzzle." So instead I put on some music on our Google Home. They love to listen to Disney music and soundtracks, and then I'm going to have a massive yawn and then get on with getting them some cereal. So I tend to get them some cereal and that keeps them going while I empty the dishwasher and then make their toast or whatever else they're having in the morning. So for Jackson, he requested Rice Krispies this morning, and then while I was getting Jackson's, Fraser came and got his. But the older boys are great at getting their own cereal and toast and stuff, but obviously Jackson is a little bit little. So Fraser was really sweet. He also made Caleb, his 6-year-old brother, some breakfast as well, and brought that over to him. So yeah, he's been such a good boy. I do really feel like they've matured in lockdown, because we kind of needed some help around the house with the constant snacks and meals and everything, that he is definitely like getting a bit more responsible and just doing things for himself, which is great. Then they shovel it into their mouths, as you just saw there, and I'm gonna get on and empty the dishwasher. So I'm just taking out the cutlery tray and then I'll move on to the other drawers as well. And for the boys' breakfast this morning, I'm going to be making them French toast, or also known as Eggy Bread. So to start out, I'm just frying a little bit of coconut oil in our frying pan, and then I'm going to beat together 2 eggs and a little bit of cinnamon as well. And once that's beaten up, you can then dip your bread into the egg and then fry it like a pancake. This is such a great one for the little ones because there's loads of protein in it. About a whole egg goes onto 1 piece of toast. It's also super simple, really quick, and the kids just love it because you can do a little bit of maple syrup and berries on top, and my kids just eat it all up. So Caleb and Jackson, my 2 younger sons, were having this morning. My eldest wanted to make his own jam toast, so he is having that instead. But yeah, while the French toast is frying, I'm also going to do things like make my breakfast. I'm just having simple microwave porridge. This is like my go-to breakfast, just so simple. and healthy, and I'm really trying to be good in quarantine after going a bit crazy for the first few weeks. So yeah, that is it. I'm then gonna just cut it up with my pizza cutter like I always do. So simple and easy. Add a tiny bit of maple syrup, and I would normally do berries, but I found with Jackson, like, he would just eat all of the berries first and then not as much of the toast. So I tend to let him eat all of the toast first and then I give him the berries. Fraser eats really fast, and then he's just putting that into the dishwasher. That is one of their chores that they need to do. And then Matt comes down after he's got ready, bearing gifts. We've got some laundry, and then he's also brought down the clothes that the boys need to wear today. We lay them out on the banister the night before, and then he tends to bring them down. Then he's also going to put away a few things that were drying on the dish drying rack, and then he's also going to make his breakfast. Okay.
Funny, are you?
Okay, so
What pig are you, Jackson?
So for Matt's breakfast, he has the same thing almost every single day. He always has a red grapefruit and then pancakes with berries and a banana as well. The recipe for the pancakes is one that we found in the Fern Cotton Happy recipe book. It's a vegan recipe, and he tends to make the mix up for a few days and just keeps it in the fridge. So it's really quick and easy to make. It just throws it into the frying pan. It's a super healthy one. It's got spelt flour in it, and yeah, he really likes it. So he's having 2 pancakes and then all of that fruit and a coffee. He's very routine. He likes this one. Then Matt filmed me Instagramming some juice that I was having that morning. So I was putting this onto my Instagram stories. So he filmed that. I tend to not touch my phone in the morning because I feel like it's such a time zapper. But every now and then I will show like breakfast or something like that. Then I'm quickly just going to put a few dishes into the dishwasher. Also wash up a few of the kids' like plastic cutlery, and I always tend to hand wash my bowl from porridge because I just feel like it gets really sticky and stuff. So I'm just going to quickly do that, wipe down the sides because all the kids were finished at that point. And I thought it would just be nicer to come down to a nice clean kitchen. So I'm going to run around and do that. And then I'm also going to sort out the boys' snack boxes. So I can't believe that we have kept these up. I saw these on Instagram and I thought, what a brilliant idea. I will try that while we're homeschooling, and I haven't looked back. They really do work for us. I know not everyone has got on with them, but I love that I can just think about the snacks just once in the day, put them all into the boxes, and then for the rest of the day, the kids can just help themselves when they want a snack. And sometimes they will reach in their snack boxes by just 10 a.m. Sometimes they still have stuff left over at the end of the day, but I just personally love that I'm not constantly fetching snacks all day long. Then I'm quickly going to run around with my Dyson vacuum. I don't do this every morning, but I did notice that there were quite a few crumbs in the kitchen and also under the boys' chairs. So this literally took me 30 seconds to do this before I go upstairs and get ready for the day myself. So I tend to go upstairs, and while I do that, Matt stays downstairs and gets the boys ready. Just make sure that they get dressed, do their hair, wash their face, make their beds and all of that stuff. I still dress them in matching clothes. And I know maybe I should stop, but I always said I'd stop when they said that they don't want to do it anymore, and they just never have. But anyway, upstairs, I am now just deciding whether I can get away with this hair for another day. And I think I've decided, yes, I can just put some dry shampoo in it and make it last a bit longer. I only tend to wash my hair once a week. Then I'm going to wash my face with a gentle, like special cleansing gel. And then I always tend to take off the face wash with a washcloth. And I've said this before, but what I do is I use one side for my face and then I use the other side to just wipe down the sink and just like tidy it up. There's always like bits of hair or mess or soap or whatever. So I tend to do that every morning with the washcloth. Then I'm going to tone, and I'm using an active toner from Dermalogica. And then I'm also going to use a tiny bit of moisturizer on my skin as well. Rub all that in, not forgetting my neck, because the neck can be a very aging area, so I want to make sure that's nice and moisturized. Then I'm going to open the blinds. We've got this little remote control, which is really handy. And then I'm going to get ready into different clothes. So I'm going from wearing leggings and a jumper to wearing leggings and a jumper. So I recently got sent this top and I thought it was so funny. As you can see there, it says Ringmaster of the Beep Show. So I wanted to wear this, but actually later on in the video you see that I didn't actually wear it. I remembered that 2 of my kids can read, so I decided to change. But anyway, I'm using some dry shampoo, and this is a great one. It's from Baptiste, and it's for blonde hair, so it also helps to like disguise your roots a little bit. Obviously, none of us can get to the salon, so it's great for that. And I know they do a brown one as well if you want to cover grays and you've got brown hair. Then I'm going to make our bed for the day. I always tend to make the bed every morning, just makes me feel productive and organized, and like whatever happens in the day, I have achieved the fact that I have actually made the bed. Then I'm going to curl my hair. I don't do this every day. Obviously, we're in quarantine. So unless I am going to be like maybe filming something, I probably won't bother. I'll just throw it up in a mum bun. Then I'm going to brush my teeth, and I always use an electric toothbrush. And then I'm changing into a more sensible top. This one's from H&M, and it says love on it. Then I'm going to put on the tiniest bit of makeup. 4 days out of the week, I probably don't put anything onto my face. But if I am filming, I'll put a tiny bit of makeup on. But it's actually been so nice to let my skin breathe, do lots of face masks and stuff like that. But today, I'm just putting on some Clarins Instant Concealer in number 1, which is like their lightest color. But I feel like this really lightens up under my eyes if I have any dark spots or circles. I had a random one on my temple. Like, who gets spots on their temple? Anyway, and then I also tend to do like around my nose, and I just feel like that brightens up my whole face. Then I'm also going to use some Hoola from Benefit. I love it because it's a really nice matte bronzer, and then I always like to put on a bit of pink. This has smashed, but it's still good, so I keep using it. It's the Charlotte Tilbury blush and bronze, I think it's called. But that's all the makeup I'm going to be wearing today. All I'm doing work-wise is a few Instagram stories, and I might do some TikToks as well because I'm obsessed. Then Matt makes sure that the big boys make their beds for the day. This is one of the chores that they need to get done before they go off to school, or in this case, go off to homeschool. So that's Fraser's bed all done. Then Caleb is going to have a go as well. I feel like it's a bit harder for him. He's a bit smaller. It's against the wall, and he's got a double bed now. So I don't always go in and like do it after him, but today, because we were filming, I was like, I'm just gonna straighten this out a tiny bit. This is how it's supposed to look. I got the sheets from Next. They're really, really soft, and I really like them. Then we can start with homeschooling. So like 10 minutes before we start, I'm just organizing the boys' things. Like, I found that it does actually take quite a bit of organization of like what to print and like just having everything set up for them. So we always start out with maths, which is one of their favorite subjects, and I just feel like they're just raring to go first thing in the morning. So for Caleb's maths today, he had a worksheet to do, and then he was also learning about how objects can turn, if they do a quarter turn, half turn, 3/4 turn, that kind of thing. And then Fraser was doing some maths online, which I actually love it when he has online maths work because it's all there for him. I don't have to print anything, and it also gets marked instantly as soon as he submits it. So that's really handy. So today with their maths, both of the boys needed some support. So while Matt and I were helping the older boys, Jackson was chilling out watching a show called Creative Galaxy. He seems to really like it. It's like shows crafts and stuff like that. So he was eating an apple and watching that for 20 minutes because the older boys did need some support. Obviously, most subjects the boys can get on with things, but when it comes to maths and English, sometimes they do need me and Matt to be helping them. So it is a bit tricky with Jackson, but he's honestly so happy when he gets like 20 minutes in front of the TV. Then when they finished their maths and Fraser was playing a little maths game online, I decided to put some laundry on. So I'm just going to throw in some darks today, and then that can be going while we're doing homeschooling. Yeah, and the boys, they're so cute. I'm just loving how much they're bonding together. They have grown so close. They're like best friends now, I guess, because they've only got each other to play with. So it's been really sweet to see. And I also wanted to show you how I've been managing their tasks. Each week, their teachers send us a list of like everything they need to do that week. So as soon as the boys finish one thing, I tend to highlight it until everything on the sheet is highlighted. And that's how I've been managing what needs to be done and what has been done. But the boys have just like half an hour of maths, half an hour of English. So by 10 a.m. they are outside having a break. And like this is Jackson's little lawnmower that blows bubbles. So they were all like playing with that. And we've been so lucky again with the weather. Thank goodness that the boys have been able to get outside into the garden and run around together. So yeah, they're gonna have some fun outside, and then after that we're gonna move on to the next subject and to the rest of our day. But I hope you really enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and anything you are doing to make your morning routine in quarantine go smoothly. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.